It's BS to Real Talk. We give you the quotes. You tell us how true they are. First up, Paul George, who was pulled for the final 2 minutes and 50 seconds of last night's game against the Nets due to minutes restrictions. He's recovering, of course, from a swollen toe. After the game, PG sounded unhappy about it. Take a listen.
You really had it going in the fourth quarter there. How hard was it to not be able to play those final minutes due to the minutes restriction?
Man, I think you know the answer to that.
You had said the other night that you probably couldn't have played 30, but you had 33 tonight. Were you feeling okay, though?
I was ready. I was ready to go. I wanted to keep going.
All right. BS or Real Talk, Perk, what do you think?
No, it's real talk. And here's the problem. When I was playing KG and Paul, when they used to try to do those minute restrictions, they used to go to Doc and say, nah, I ain't coming out. Leave me in. But nowadays, it's not like that. You got the GMs looking at the coaches, and they have to abide by the rules, and it's because of the health of the player. Paul George was actually giving the Brooklyn Nets the work. I thought he was playing some of his best basketball or having one of his best games of the season. So it hurts a player not to be out there, especially when it matters the most late in the fourth quarter. And against the Brooklyn Nets, I believe he wanted to be in there. That's real talk.
Oh, that's definitely real talk. And so the same thing for Ty Lue. And you know who wants to put him out there more than anyone? Tyrod Lue, okay? I mean, Rachel, how many times were we in Cleveland asking Ty, hey, do you think you're playing LeBron too many minutes? And he was like, no such thing, okay? But this is a front office decision, and you know, you can criticize Ty Lue for not saving enough minutes for him at the end, but you know what? I watched this game. They weren't in it until Paul George got going. He had to put him in there all those minutes in that fourth quarter early on and to even give them a chance to be in it at the end. And so, look, if you're mad at somebody, you can take it up with the front office.
Well, and look, minutes restrictions, it's a complex thing. We've talked about this with coaches, right? About, hey, well, why not just use all the minutes in the second half then, right? I mean, there's been all kinds of permutations. The problem, of course, is that players get into rhythm in certain ways. They're used to warming up at certain times. They're used to playing a certain balance in and out, and so it's not that easy to just completely manipulate rotations and playing styles depending on what the particular minute restriction of the particular night is. But yes, you would like your best players playing at the end of the game, and I would imagine the next Clippers game, if there is a minutes restriction still on Paul George, that he will have those minutes to be used at the end of the game. That's just my guess. All right, let's move on to Draymond Green, who was tossed against the Hornets on Saturday night with 9.3 seconds left after disputing a Hornets timeout, which he felt should have been called a jump ball. Now, the Warriors were up 2 at the time, but they did end up losing after 2 free throws and a buzzer beater from scary Terry Rozier. So here is Steve Kerr after the game.
As his coach, it's my job to communicate with him and with the team. So that's what, that's what we've done, and that's what we will continue to do. But he crossed the line. That's the main thing. We love his passion and his energy, and, we would not be the team we are without him. But that doesn't give him license to cross that line, and he knows that.
I'm just going to shortcut the whole thing and say that is real talk from Steve Kerr. And we'll go to some more real talk today from Draymond. This is what he had to say just a few minutes ago.
I was dead ass wrong. And not for the first tech per se, but once I had the first tech, I can't get the second tech. I was a bit disappointed. I'm still a bit disappointed. In myself, that whole situation bothered me. I know for sure it did. It bothered me more than being suspended from Game 5 of the NBA Finals in 2016. This situation in particular, I had complete control over. I let that control get away from me, and in turn, I let the game get away from myself and my teammates.
Ramona, what's your reaction to hearing Draymond there?
I think that is the definition of BS, Rach.
Really?
There is no way that he regrets this more than what happened in the finals. Okay, that's all a very mature answer, and all those points are very good. I'm 30 now, not 25, yada, yada. They lost the finals, okay? They lost the damn finals because he missed that game. Okay, I don't believe, sorry.
Well, look, I'm going to say this. They did lose the finals, but then they did go back to repeat and win 2 more after that. So I think he thought that situation was water under the bridge. But I'm going to say this. I think this is why Draymond Green said this one bothers him more than the one in the finals, is because He have guys on his team like a rookie, James Wiseman, Kelly Oubre, Andrew Wiggins, that look up to him, that march to the beat of his drum, he's their mentor, and he's the heart and soul of this team. He's the leader of their team. Matter of fact, Draymond Green really is a leader of the NBA. When he speaks out, a lot of young guys in the league listen to him. They follow his lead. So for him to show those type of action during the game, cost the game, in my opinion. He cost the Warriors that loss, and they could have won that game without Steph Curry. I think this one hurts a little bit more because he got to be able to control his emotions and be that leader, because every guy is looking at him, and a lot of young guys look up to him, especially James Wiseman.
Well, I certainly appreciate the maturity he did show. His coach had some very strong words last night about a veteran player, a defensive player of the year, an all-star, and it could develop into a rift on another team. And instead, Draymond comes in and deads it today and basically says, I agree with Steve Kerr. Now, we can go back and forth, Ramona. You make a good point about 2016. But the fact that he went out and said this in general really shows, yet again, the value that Draymond has for the Golden State Warriors. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.